This is no money, mo money. This little Lala's latest business venture went belly up. Now he can't even afford a monthly subscription. But he's determined to turn his luck around. With the few extra personal rules forcing me to craft and gather for my items and limiting access to advanced jobs, we're in for quite a ride as we complete everything in the Final Fantasy XIV free trial. So this week is just going to be a continuation of last week's work. For the most part, just trying to get myself as much crafting materia as possible. Not craftsmanship this time. I do not need craftsmanship now. What I need is control, and I don't have any control. So it's just tons of high-level crafting in order to spirit bomb my gear, in order to materia extract, hopefully control materia. So I will use a spirit bomb potion, and then I'm just gonna craft stuff. Last week it was all about food, crafting myself, my gathering and crafting food, but that required a bunch of gathering in the first part to do, including killing enemies for their drops, which is a pain in the butt. But since I've spent a lot of time off stream while trying to get battle materia for my relic, gathering time nodes, I have a bunch of like timed node materials, like the mistletoe and the vampire plant and stuff, just sort of sitting around not getting used. So if I get a bunch of filtered water, I could craft like 200 of these X potions, which is the highest level potion, basic potion that I have access to right now. So I can use those to heal in the middle of fights and stuff if need be. Potions are not the most useful thing in the game, but I can find a use for these. But the thing I'm probably going to run out of first... Well, actually, first I'll probably run out of vampire plants, but I was going to say I'll end up running out of the clusters, because clusters are also only available in ARR through time nodes. So I'm just going to get myself, like, 250 or something filtered water, 240, something like that, and I'm just gonna craft hundreds of X potions. And this is a 2-star recipe with high control requirements and craftsmanship requirements, which means that if anything in the game is going to spirit bond my gear like crazy, it'll be a recipe like this. So I should be able to craft about 250 of these, which will give me about 750, something like that, X potions. So that's tons of potions to use later on. And it should, if I'm really crafting that many of them, get me tons of spirit bonding. Managed to give myself 249 filtered water because that's how many water clusters I have. So that's where my cap is going to be. 249 crafts, so about 250 crafts, 757, 747? X potions? I don't know. Guess we'll see. Let's find out. Let's go ahead and take a bunch of food. And our Spirit Bomb potion for about an hour of buffs and 2 hours of Spirit Bond bonus. And let's just craft as much of this as we can. I burned out my entire food, so I crafted for a full hour and ended up making myself almost 500 X potions. So I crafted almost 150 times. Plus I picked up a bunch of materia. I got some freaking battle materia, which is annoying. I don't want it. But I picked up a bunch of materia. So we have control 3s. We have control 4s. Good, so that's what I need. And craftsmanship 4s, which I don't need right now, but might need later. So I've still got 100-ish more crafts of X potions I could do, but since I'm out of food and I've got a bunch of materia, I'm gonna go ahead and try and meld this materia and see what kind of breakpoint I end up with in control. And if I'm still not there, I'll go ahead and craft the last 100 X potions. I'll just take more food and craft more X potions. 407. I need 407. Okay. 407. out of 392, and I have to over meld because everything's already melded up as much as it can be. Alright. 38%. I'm just gonna break all of these, aren't I? Oh, man, I managed to get one in. Oh, thank God. Nope, busted both of my good frickin' controls. Nope, of course. I melded a single control materia and shattered everything else I had. This is gonna take forever. More crafting food. So I managed to do a little bit more crafting. Unfortunately, I got mostly materia I already have and one control 3. Great, one control 3. Thank God I got a single control 3. That'll help me a bunch. And battle dance. Oh, thank God I got battle dance. Couldn't live without battle dance. But that's it. That's all the crafting I can possibly do, because I've burned through all of my water clusters and my lightning clusters, and I just need to go do more time node gathering to get more clusters for the most part. I got plenty of other materials. I just need more freaking clusters, which are only on time nodes. But, I now have almost 750. Yep, 747. Exactly what I thought it would be. 747 X potions. And one more shot at materia. Let me go ahead and do... It would be... Actually, I can meld one of these. I just can't meld the... thing. 38% chance. Come on. Nope. Shattered it. Cool. I just spent, hour and 45, about 2 hours crafting just to meld my gear and pull materia off of it, just to successfully meld one piece of materia and shatter like 6 others. I think I may be done for the day. I will see you guys on stream for more MSQ, I suppose. So now we're actually into 2.4. Primals have been relatively quiet. I beat up Ramu like 5 minutes ago. You're in the end game now. I'm in the stupid arc now.
I could not rely on one of my own.
No, he doesn't have the northern accent here. Different voice entirely. Okay. What? all of me kids are Sean Bean.
I tell you in the strictest confidence.
I mean, given how many of them died.
We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy.
Oh my God, the Ivy. Oh Jesus, I forgot this was even a story beat for a while.
That this ivy had coiled itself around every part of the immortal flames. It won't be easy to identify the ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge.
I know who the Ivy is. Can I just walk in and go, "You're the Ivy"?
And we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root.
ARR is voiced by the same voice actor as Gaius. I'm back, Warrior of Light. Ilbert rips off his face. It was me, Gaius, all along. Hi, Alid.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel.
But look,
I trust you so much, my old friend. I mean, it's almost like you're my left hand. My left-hand man. Hilbert is here to lend him a hand. Be taking it back later. That sure won't come back to bite the hand that feeds, will it? It's him. It's that boy. It's that boy. And that girl.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights. I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination.
Great, another Wall fanboy.
Full glad.
I mean, though we know
that
he very much is a Wall fanboy. The only person with the balls in the storyline to ask the Wall on a date.
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked.
Again.
It was Iceheart, my lord.
And the tunnel is just over here. Go to Snowcloak. Snowcloak. I kind of forget that there's a couple of extra dungeons in the post-ARR content. Hello, Fenrir. Who wants to play with the puppy? And dead. Lancer didn't even use the LB. Bye-bye. Oh, I spirit bonded my relic. I've been using this thing way too long, then. If I'm spirit bonding my relic, that means I've been wielding this thing for too long. Because I should be leveling this up as I go. Why would a DPS use an LV? Why would a DPS bother with an LV?
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light.
Hi, Sail.
I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart.
This whole chunk of the storyline is kind of just filled with people
This
with delusions
endless
of grandeur.
cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it
Yeah,
continue,
I'll turn
O
around there.
noble warrior of light.
Dramatic chipmunk.
I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man.
I mean, you'll
no
help
matter
me
the
too.
cost.
Iceheart is a pseudonym, not that it matters. You thought Iceheart was her birth name? Like her parents went, ah, our beautiful daughter, let's name her Iceheart. For the greater good. The greater good. Stop saying the greater good! The greater good.
What about the greater good?
How can this be for the greater good?
Glad you got that one. She lay down with the dragon, the gravest of all sins. Oh no. Please. I know dozens of people in my own FC who'd gladly lay down with a dragon. Happily. Honestly, the more I've been playing around with it off stream, it just seems like there's no version of this in which I can run the game with the new 7.0 graphical enhancements and my stream and make it actually look good. And I'm getting a lot more like crashes, like DirectX crashes. I'm gonna probably keep toughing it out until I finish 2.5 and I sort of finish like the next chapter, and then I will most likely just stop with Nvidia's graphic changes, all of that, and just go to the vanilla look of the game going forward. Back to our hunt for the Ivy, I suppose, for a while before they'll send us to actually fight Shiva. Hi, Eileen. What are you doing standing around here for no reason whatsoever? Nothing suspicious going on here. We have unmasked the Ivy. None other than Flame Marshal Eileen Ryu. No, it can't be. There must be some other reason why they showed her in all of the cutscenes that Ralban was in recently, even though they completely ignored her existence throughout all of 2.0. It couldn't possibly be that she's suddenly important to the MSQ. Hey, that necklace, your Shinobi of Doba. Left Bredania by way of Western Pier. She was attired as a merchant. These Shinobi are so amazing, man. We gotcha. And then, yeah, default to like, what are you doing? I'm doing nothing at all, untoward. Realistically, even if we hadn't unmasked the Ivy at this point, I don't know how much that would have mattered. I guess in Stormblood she could have become a problem. But throughout pretty much all of Heavensward, we basically sidetrack whatever main story nonsense was going on between the Three Nations and Garlemald and all of this sort of intrigue and stuff, and we just sort of focus everything in on Ishgard. Yep, this is definitely going to be Moon. Hello.
We have
Sure,
with
why
us an
not?
esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us.
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
And nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Let go of me.
Arianje, where in the hells have you been
No
hiding?
touchy. No touchy.
Unhand me. A deiform entity shall shortly be summoned.
Jesus,
Save
Arianje,
if thou
seriously,
and
pal.
No other grantest my
Like-
compeers thine aid.
No one speaks like you, Arianje. I have seen the in-lore history books. No one spoke like that, Arianje. Stop being some nerd and just talk like a human being.
I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the etherite. However, white aurosite cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand.
With our powers combined, we summon Captain Planet. Wait, no. Captain Planet. Just flood that freaking crystal. Hi. Look, any chance we could just talk about this?
Here, warrior of light. I labor only to
No,
forge a
that would be
lasting
boring,
peace.
and they wanted us to have another primal to fight? Okay,
A peace
fine.
You would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is
I mean, it's
our
not out of
fate to
faith.
be at odds, then it is mine.
It's
to
not
strike
ignorance
you
or
down.
blind faith. I'm just tired of you murdering people and getting in my way.
We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance.
Sure.
Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint
Yeah,
Shiva,
sure.
still the
Sure,
hatred within
pal.
our hearts and
You're totally
bless us
summoning a
with
divine
eternal
being. Yep,
grace.
absolutely. That's what's happening here. You're not just making shit up. I do love Shiva, man. Shiva's cool. Like, every version of Shiva in the game is cool, too, which is the best part. Even when you're dealing with it with Reen later on. During Eden, that Shiva stuff is cool, too. What's with the... Oh, God. Double Scholar. Oh, this is beautiful. Wonderful. That's exactly what we wanted. Double Scholar. Yay, steppies! Yay, I'm the one who got stepped on! So stupid. I love how everyone freaks out about steppies during that part of the fight. Wow, that was easy. That was like boringly easy. I'm not used to the hards because you almost never get them, right? You pretty much always end up with extremes and stuff. The hard mode ones are so easy.
You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn
Yeah.
of liars and schemers.
Yup.
Seek the keeper of the lake. See with eyes unclouded.
A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb and stuff. Half a dozen people had to hold Orshafont back because he was like, no, I'm gonna go help my friend. What were you thinking, wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter a lair? Oh god. Sufficient forewarning to complete a ritual to summon Shiva anyway. And then engaging the abomination in mortal combat. Heroes forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake?
Sure, why not?
And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Ryu has escaped. Oh my god, what could possibly have happened to blah 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 blah? You're of no more use to them. Like, they're not interested in you. Ryu alive. Kill the rest. Where is he? Sure, pal, whatever. And there she goes. Okay, no. Already. Yeah, she's literally got the magic pixel. There's nothing you can do to damage her beyond 1 health, basically. So I have to fight all the ads. How many more of these people could we possibly have to fight here? Bro, she's been on that magic pixel for like 10 minutes already. Like, Aline sat on that magic pixel of 1 HP for like 10 minutes while I had to fight everything else in the universe. I sold my sword, you sold your comrades. You're talking pretty high and mighty here, Ilberd.
I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Asians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white auracite, the miraculous material that will allow us to capture Asian souls. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
So you've only got like 1 shot to kill the idiots.
The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people.
Nay, you jest.
When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Roban to preserve order and protect the people.
Are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be.
Okay. I think I will go ahead and just call it here for today.